Hey everyone, if you're expecting me to be jumping up and down and foaming out the mouth because Sony's conference just ended, well, that's not happening because I have to say last year's conference was a fuck of a lot better, and this was not a bad conference by any means, but I had my expectations set way too high, and so because I wanted this year to top Sony's conference last year, and it just did not happen. But anyways, I'll be here to talk to you about the games that they showed. So here we go. We got a new trailer for Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, and I believe that game is coming out in August. And next up, we got a DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know if I got this right, but I think it's called The Frozen Wilds, and I think they said that is coming out. I think it just said coming later, 2017. I don't think it said any official date. And next we got a good chunk of gameplay from Days Gone, which actually shows a bunch of humans this time. We got to see our main character riding around on a motorcycle, and I really like how impressive the hordes of zombies look, how you can use them to direct them to attack a whole different sections. And I also like that one moment where these people, where you were setting a trap, and then he used the rope on a tree to choke the shit out of the guy that he was fighting. So if they have more environmental takedowns that change depending on exactly what objects are around you, I would like that a lot. But we still didn't get any official date for that yet. So next up, we got a trailer for a demo too. Yeah, I believe it was a demo for Monster Hunter World. I don't care about Monster Hunter, but I know there's a ton of people that do. That's coming early 2018. And next up, we have a remake for Shadow of the Colossus coming next year, which is made by Blue Point, who are the same people that made the Xbox 360 version of Titanfall and who helped make the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. So that Blue Point always does a great job with remakes and all that stuff. And we got a trailer for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And we have a story demo that's available today, so I'm going to have to check that out later, but I can't make any videos of that because no one fucking watches me play games. Anyways, then we got a gameplay trailer for Call of Duty World War II, and it's the most interested I've been in Call of Duty in several years. So next up, Bethesda showed they showed Fallout 4 VR and Doom VFR. Add Skyrim to that list too. So next up, they showed that Skyrim VR kicked off a whole section dedicated to all VR games. So in that, we got Star Child, which it's a side scroller but in VR. I don't know exactly how that works, but interesting. And next up, we have a game from Supermassive, who were the developers of Until Dawn, a game I loved, and they have a game in a creepy-ass asylum called The Inpatient for PSVR. And next up, we have a Final Fantasy 15 fishing game in VR called Monster of the Deep. And next, we have Bravo Team, another game from Supermassive, which is some shooter in VR. And then we have Moss, a game where it looks like you're playing as a rat in VR. And finally, here we go, God of War. We got lots of new footage of that, and it's the little bitch in me. I was so disappointed when it just said early 2018. I was really hoping that this would be the one big Sony PS4 exclusive game that would come out at the fall, but no, it wasn't. So, funny fact is, I pre-ordered this game last year's E3 on Amazon. And next up, we have Detroit Become Human, where we got to see another android where where it looked like he was trying to liberate other androids from the android store, and they showed all the different situations that would play out in that. And we have no date for that. And next up, we got a new trailer for Destiny 2 coming out September 6th. I still don't honestly have no interest in Destiny. I don't know what it is, but there's something about it where there's no personality to the game. It's like all the characters wearing masks. I don't know. Nothing's grabbing me about it. And next, they ended with a gameplay demo for the SpiderMan, the way that I like to jokingly call SpiderMan. And yeah, without a doubt, best part of the conference. So I'm so happy because, like I mentioned before, Marvel is giving their games the Arkham treatment, like what I hopefully assume Crystal Dynamics is doing with that upcoming Avengers game at Square Enix. It just looked so fun because I also really enjoyed the combat and swinging throughout the city. And one thing that I do like, the other Spider-Man's game had this, but now that we're in this age where all the the graphics look so realistic in this modern technology for a new Spider-Man game from Insomniac, the guys behind Ratchet and Clank and Resistance and Sunset Overdrive and Song of the Deep and a lot of other games. Count me in, and once again, the little bitch in me got disappointed when I saw 2018. So it feels like, really, Sony doesn't have a big game this year, unless they showed a date for Days Gone, and it just completely flew by me, and I missed it. But yeah, I don't. And the other thing, too, is we don't know what the hell is going on with Dreams, that Media Molecule game that we saw. Like, we saw the concepts of that, like, way back during the PS4 reveal in 2013. We don't know what's going on with that. Of course, I would expect no Death Stranding, because that's still years away. And, of course, I'm not expecting anything from The Last of Us Part 2, because that is also years away, because that original trailer, they said it's early in development. So, anyways, overall, I do like that they kept the same pace of last year, where it's game. That's the blue, and was barely the minimum talking at all. And so I like that formula, and that is the blueprint that they should be following on moving forward. I think that's what all companies should do, so we don't get bored to death. EA. But so it's like, I'm glad they kept the same pace as last year, but the actual content they had to show together as a whole in general just didn't live up to the insane bar that they set with last year's conference. So for me, honestly, I'm going... Don't fucking crucify me for this, because I am excited as fuck for Spider-Man and God of War and Detroit and Days Gone. But I have to give this an 8. I'm going to give this an 8. Or an 8.5. Because that Spider-Man demo was so good, but I was just less interested in a lot of what they had to show. So, okay, I'll give it an 8. An 8 out of 10. So let me know what you thought this year of Sony's conference. So I'm not going to lie if I told you I was a little disappointed. But, I'm not mad. It's just because it's hard to top, but, But hey, I'm still interested to see what Nintendo has up their sleeve, because they still have the chance to blow us all away with content for the Switch, in addition to us finally getting that release date for Super Mario Odyssey. So anyways, I'll see you tomorrow for the Nintendo Treehouse or Nintendo Digital Event, Nintendo Direct, whatever the hell they're calling it. So I'll see you then. Bye.